what's hard with surfing, and a lot of the people, they don't get to surf every single day because they work 9 to 5s. And so they're
Yeah.
weekend warriors. And so their time in the water and the time it takes them to learn is like way longer.
So they should just quit their job and just be a surfer full
Be a
time.
surfer. That's where I think things like being all like in order to get the most out of those weekends, like you guys should be, if you're not, you should be training in those 9 to 5. You should be hitting the gym and just keeping fit.
Yeah.
So that when you do go in the water, your cardio doesn't burn out. At least, if anything, just have good cardio. That way, instead of like weekend comes around, you go surf and 30 minutes in, you're burnt out because you don't have any cardio.
Yeah.
You can put 2 or 3 or 4 hours in Saturday and Sunday, and then you're like tripling your learning time in the water because you just really need time in the water.
Yeah. That's the gym helps a lot, especially for people that have 9 to 5s, I guess. That'd be the best probably advice for people with jobs like that can't surf all the time and they only got weekends. But the training we've been doing lately, since the waves have been so bad, I've been in the gym so much, like same with you. But my gym cardio is insane. Like I'm lifting more than ever. I'm stronger than ever in the gym. And then I get in the water and I am exhausted paddling. But I haven't surfed in like 3 weeks.
Paddling is so hard to replicate.
Crazy. I don't know what you can really train to get those muscles good besides just paddling.
100% nothing is going to replicate paddling. And like land fitness is far different. I think a base engine, and when I say engine, I mean your endurance. A base of endurance is going to take you a long way. Mobility in your shoulders, so your traps don't burn out if you're a beginner. And the one thing that I have been doing a ton more through the last weeks of training, that like today, the other days we surf right after a workout. So we were fucking tired.
That's terrible.
But today, my paddling, I was tripping because those other days I was like, oh, I feel that like lag, that difference in fitness.
You feel slow.
Slow, and my ribs really hurt from laying on my board. I hadn't laid on my board. But today, I was like, I had just come off like a little bit slower of a week. I didn't train right before we surfed. Felt so strong in the water. My paddling felt strong. Everything felt strong. And I swear it's the ski erg machine.
Yeah, that would be a really good
If there's
machine.
anything that's going to come close, it's the ski erg machine.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be paddling, but it's going to be like just close enough to like keep you fit on paddling, give you 10, 20, 30% advantage on the weekend.
The rower too, probably would be a good one.
I think it's for those of you that are listening, you're just gonna have to look up a ski erg machine. But for those watching, the movement is like a person cross country skiing, where you come from the top and you pull this cord and it goes down, and that is the same paddle movement, right?
Yep.
It's you're pulling water, going like this.
Yeah.
Going there. I used to do these intervals where I'd go one arm to the other, like just trying to figure it out. It looks super bad, but it's the closest thing you're going to get to paddling on land, I think.
That's true.
But it's just funny because the more we talk about these things, like you just realize more and more little things of how bad paddling is because
It's the hardest exercise.
think of our body position. You're laying flat on your belly. Your
Balancing.
neck is arched up.
Yeah.
So you would never, any doctor would say, do not lay like that. Like,
This is what you'd look like.
exactly.
If you were paddling and sitting
Like
down.
imagine
That's what
standing
it
and
is.
looking straight up at the sky for hours and waving your arms. Like, that's paddling positioning, right? Like your back is like screwed, arched. Your neck is in the worst neck position ever. Like, what do I tell you guys when we're deadlifting? Like, chin down, don't look up like that. They call it chicken necking, but we do that so bad for hours on end while surfing.
So we should be doing that in the gym when we're lifting super heavy.
We should be practicing chicken neck.
Maybe that's why we do that, because we're so used to it.
Yeah, but it's not good
Yeah,
for our
it's not.
necks. Like people say that, surfing is this thing. It's this natural thing that's good for your body. It's like yoga. No, surfing is terrible for your body. It really is horrendous for your body. It's unnatural to stand in a asymmetrical stance your entire life and rotate one direction your whole life and grind your shoulders into oblivion with millions of rotations of paddling over a lifetime of surfing.
Dude. Yeah, so I was thinking that too when we were talking about hurting our necks, looking up. I was like, people are always saying it's the best thing ever for you. Now the more I think about it, it's like, no, it's not.
It's not.
I've had spine surgery. You just broke your back.
Yes.
It is so gnarly on your body. It's not. No matter what kind of surfing.
No,
you get
dude.
so injured.
And this is what pisses me off because when I first started doing the weightlifting, like the clean and jerking and the Olympic lifting, and years ago I was posting it, and people would be like, "You're an idiot. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna cause horrible things to happen."
I might have been one of those guys.
I've never hurt myself in the gym, but I've hurt myself in the ocean, and the ocean causes horrible imbalances. And this is what I always go back to: if you only surfed, you will 100% create a huge imbalance and have problems down the line. Yeah. But like if you surf and you go in the gym and you do these corrective exercises like a deadlift where both sides of your back get used, whereas in surfing only one side's getting majority use. Like if you look at a good example was before John started training, and I'm sure tons of surfers have that don't train in the gym and balance it out. One side of their back is a huge dip, a hole in muscle, an underdeveloped side, and then the other side of his back was this lump of muscle, like crazy overdevelopment on one side and underdevelopment on the other side. And he broke his back at Pipe, and he never had that again because that got him training in the gym, and it's always like an injury that does that. But surfing creates the worst imbalances that can be corrected in the gym. And I'm not saying everyone go start clean and jerking because you just have to be really fired up on it and have the form down perfectly.
There's a lot of other things you can do besides
a lot of other things,
weightlifting.